Hey, hello everyone. Sriram here. This is from ShriLearning. I have Guneet with me, and she cleared PMP in the month of November. She's excited, bright. I was checking with her. How do you look so bright, even after the evening office work? So we were talking about how she was preparing for her examination. Because usually this exam takes a lot energy out of you. In a sense, after the exam gets over, the hangover will be for 2 weeks. You'll be like, you'll be feeling what to do in the morning hours or
Yeah, true.
what is next.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. So first, congratulations, Gunit, for this great achievement.
Thank you, Shriram. Thanks a lot.
All right, great. So what we'll do is we'll see the certificate also. Here is a certificate. I'm sure this gave a lot of smile the day when you saw the certificate.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did actually. So I
yeah,
was like, okay, finally it's over.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That sense of joy and happiness is really high. I know this is not the only thing in life,
Yeah,
but this gives some confidence.
true.
Okay, I can do something more in life.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
absolutely.
Fantastic. Give a little background about you and tell how the PMP journey started for you.
So I'm already a project manager. I've been working as a project manager since the last 6 years now, and in my current organization. So this was more of something that the organization pushed for us to do. So we started with going through the books and taking some mock tests and then trying to prepare for it. And eventually, I did prepare harder and I did some more work on refreshing all the knowledge areas and everything. And thereafter, I gave the exam and cleared.
That's a good thing. See, when the organization asks, I really like that because many don't even really focus on it. They say, it's okay. Somehow the manager does the job, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Don't ask me on learning part. Learning you do at your home. Right? So
Yeah.
that's good. Part of your organizational goal is really good. Nice to know.
Yeah.
Nice to know. Good. Now let's talk a little about the exam and then come for the preparation. When you went to the examination, I wouldn't tell it as I'm not going to ask you, was it easy exam? Rather, I'm going to ask you, are you able to plan and do in the exam in the sense of 4 hours? Was it in control?
Yes, it was in control. Because I had taken almost 8 to 9 full mocks.
Ah,
So, and I was very confident that I'll be able to complete in time because I was managing time accordingly in the full mocks also. And
okay.
I knew that PMI actual exam might be, the questions might be even more complicated
Yeah.
than what we are used to in the mocks. It
Uh-huh.
is possible that that happens because of my previous experience. So I was prepared with the time part. So I was trying to complete it within time. But certainly the first 60 questions took more time.
Mm,
And that was the case even in mocks for me.
mm,
So although I would try harder to complete within 60 to 75 minutes for the first part of first 60 questions also, it was still the same in PMI also. I took a little more time for the first 60.
that's nice.
um yeah, but then yes, I still had time,
Very good.
at least 5 minutes for revising the questions that I had
Ah,
flagged. But despite flagging and re-looking at the questions, I hardly changed the answer for a couple of them because even after re-looking, I was still feeling okay. What I've already selected is the best I can still select. So
okay.
yeah,
Okay. That's better, right? First shot is the
yeah,
best. Okay.
yeah,
That's nice.
exactly. Yeah,
See, the person listening this video, a newcomer or just started reading or just started the preparation itself altogether. The general question they ask here is how much I have to read? Because when you say books, Rita 10 is there, Agile Practice Guide is there, PMBOK is there, 6 and 7 is here. Internet, if you go, blogs are there, and each author has written their own books. People
right.
sometimes feel that too many things are here.
Yeah.
Who, whom to rely on, what to trust. Since you went to the lion main cage and then came out, now you can tell that is this needed to read all, or can we go focus on something else or something important?
Yeah, even when I was reading, even I was skeptical as to, okay, I am leaving PMBOK, I'm leaving PMBOK 6, I've left PMBOK 7, I've not even touched it. But somehow I focused more on Agile this time, and Rita's anyway. I did a revision of Rita's, many of the chapters, not all. I couldn't complete everything again, but I read some of the topics that I was not that confident on after taking mocks. So I went to those particular topics in Rita's again to cover all those topics. But with Agile, what helped me was Mike Griffiths. So with the previous experience that I had with Agile, I had read Agile Practice Guide, although it covers all the topics and the topics are clearly mentioned, all the terminology is there. Somehow it was not helping me understand the basics. So
Mhm.
I thought I'll go through my Griffiths. One of my cousins who has recently given exam suggested, because they are following Agile in
Yeah.
their organization. Our organization is following predictive. It's purely
Mhm.
predictive, so I don't have any experience with Agile. So they use my Griffiths for referring in their day-to-day work as well.
Mhm.
So I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. I'll read some of the chapters, and then I think the study program also mentioned some of the chapters that were highlighted. So I
Mhm.
focused on those chapters specifically first, and then I took one or two more chapters where I could see some topics
Nice.
that were there in the mocks. So that helped a lot actually to
Good.
clarify my agile knowledge.
Nice to so see. If you say books, you will tell Rita 10,
Yeah.
then you will tell Agile Practice Guide on Mike
Yes.
Griffiths PMI-ACP preparation, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. That helped.
I think that clarifies three books. But still, Agile, I know Mike goes a little more deeper
Yeah.
because it's for PMI-ACP. That much of depth was asked in the exam also.
I would not say that it was asked, but
Mhm.
for me to understand the agile concepts,
Okay.
it was very good.
Needed.
And the way it has been written, my Griffiths, it's very easy to understand, and it goes in a flow.
Right.
So I found it more helpful
Right.
to
That's good. That's
understand the
good.
concepts. Yeah.
That's a good message. Thanks for that book related because the person listening this video really confuses what to read. Now your video gives some detail. The other question people ask is, I'm doing exams in ShriLearning. We have 40 questions, 60 questions. You know that my score is not going above 50. Okay, uh,
Mm.
have you lived in that time in your life for PMP also? Like scores you're
Mm.
trying to go high, but it is stuck there. Have you?
Fortunately, I never got below 50. I started with 66 plus,
Okay.
but then it was 66, 66. Then it went a little higher. It went to
Yeah.
74. Then it again came down to 65, 69. Similarly, I gave some Rita's RMC fast track exams also. They are also 67, 71. So I was in the 60, 70 range only. But
Mm.
yes, it wasn't going higher than that. I would go to all these topics where I had done wrong and then try to read again. And some of these were direct content-based questions,
Nice.
direct ones as well. So I could understand that, okay, my concepts are not that clear,
Mm.
and so I could keep on reading that, but still all my 8 to 9 mocks were in the 60 to 70 range only, and that's when I mentioned I wasn't really confident looking at the scores actually. And neither was I very confident. I wasn't really knowing that I'll get above target in all the three while I was actually giving the exam also. But I was confident that I would pass during the
That's
exam because
nice.
I could understand that at least many of the questions I'm able to understand, I'm able to give the right answer. But I
Uh,
wasn't really
uh-huh.
expecting an above target in all the three domains. So
That's nice. That's a good message.
that
So
was
you
a
keep
good
analyzing
surprise.
the question. That's important point.
Yes.
Why I ask this question is there are people struggling hard, the score's not going high, and we are asking them to do backtracking or
Yes.
analyzing the question, but still they come back and tell, no, Sriram, the score is not going high.
Mm.
Now, if you want to give some tips to them, do this, chances are some percentage can go high. what will be yours?
Yeah, I mean, gap analysis does help. So go through the question, look at the answers that are given. If you don't understand the answers, then go back to the books, try to read that particular topic. That certainly helps.
That's nice. So no other excuse. Only you have to read it well.
Yeah.
And also one thing I want to ask Guneet, there are sometimes people when they read the question, we don't get that exact keyword in the question.
Just, yes.
Because we are not a manager who does end to end, isn't it?
Hmm.
Or we may be a person, not a native English people who don't get the English word well there, right? Yeah, do you see that happens in main exam also? Something little, there are, our language is good in main exam.
Yes, sometimes it does. For some questions,
Okay.
many of the questions are easy to understand. For some questions, they are so tricky
Mm,
that it becomes difficult to understand what exactly are they even trying to ask.
mm,
So, uh, in those kind of questions, it's a bit difficult to find out the keyword or
that's true.
what exactly are they even looking for.
I know. I keep asking people to read the glossaries, the
Hmm.
definitions. Somehow it will help, but still some questions are just above the head.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
There was one question, Sriram, that I saw. It mentioned about something that we had not read, neither in Rita's nor in. There was some estimation technique that they had mentioned, which I was not aware of. So
Hmm.
I ended up selecting one of the other ones that I was aware of, which I was thinking may not be an answer because of the question. It was something around estimation, and analogous was one of the answers. The other two were not relevant for sure.
Maybe,
Analogous could
maybe.
have been one, and there was another one which I did not know at all. So there are things that come up which
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
not even come
Possible,
across.
possible. Because we know this exam is not on the books. The exam is on the content outline. So they can
Exactly.
go anywhere to ask the question. All
Yes.
right. All right. That's a good, brave attempt from you. I appreciate it. So the other question people ask is in exam, do we get a math? Do we get the match the following questions? So how was it for your experience?
For this particular set of question paper, I received two matched the following ones,
Hmm.
but they were relatively simpler.
Okay.
Or I would say I found them simpler because I was well prepared with Agile this
Mm-hmm.
time. So I could understand what exactly they were asking for. And I was very confident that the match the following, all the four are correct for me
Mm-hmm.
because I could understand the concept behind those. So I just received two, and I think this was in the first set, first 60 questions itself.
Nice.
I did not receive even one in the next two batches.
Okay.
Apart from that, you asked about
Asked about the math. Do we get
maths.
math
Yeah.
question?
None, no maths questions.
Okay.
Just one question was there, I think one or two, which mentioned SPI in passing. So it was just some information that was provided about
Understand.
the
Understand. So
status of.
it won't go formula based. Okay. I
No,
understand. Okay.
they just mentioned it was one above one. So
Perfect.
what would?
Perfect. Perfect. Great. That's really good, Guneet. I think you made a good efforts. How much your family contributed and how much family is happy?
Yeah, so they really did help a lot. So thankfully they were here, so I did not have to bother about the food or
Oh, okay.
other things. Yeah, so yeah,
And that's not
it was helpful.
easy. Yeah, I know it can't done be individually this exam. We need some support,
Yeah,
right? Now,
true.
after you complete, how do your in your office, they were able to happy and they look something
Yes.
from you.
Sorry.
They look
Uh,
more from you, more expectations.
yes, and I think we will possibly, I'll get to know more because we have the performance development interactions
Oh,
coming
okay,
up. So
okay,
high time, yeah.
okay.
So yeah,
Good.
my manager was happy, and actually I've completed two certifications in 1 year. So I
Oh,
had done my business management certification from IIT Delhi.
wow,
So that was also like so two
nice.
certifications in 1 year. Yeah.
That's
So
nice. That's nice.
I
But
was using the COVID period to
oh yeah, good
something.
reading time, good reading time.
Yeah.
But sure, this PMP was a good challenge, isn't it? It was
Yes, definitely. Yeah,
made you to
definitely.
think more, read more.
Yes, absolutely. I wouldn't have read this much since my college days. It was quite a lot of reading. Yeah.
That's
And a lot of mock tests as well. I took a lot of
lot of,
questions
lot of,
and practiced a lot. Yeah, that
yeah.
helped.
Nice to know. Good one. So for your batchmates, do you have any message to them?
Yeah, read more Agile, read
Okay.
more stakeholder. They apparently more questions are coming on that. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, people. And Agile certainly will help. A lot of hybrid questions are there,
Mm.
and it's a bit tricky because some of the questions embed Agile into the predictive environment, and some are talking about half predictive, half Agile. So the answers are different accordingly. But it was reading Agile more is helpful for
Perfect.
people who are not from Agile. Yeah.
Perfect. That sounds really good. Super good. I think you've done a good job. Thanks for this interview. I'm sure it'll give confidence to some people who are preparing for exam. Usually, success stories means to know what happened in the exam and how she prepared. I can take something out of it, right?
Yeah, I get it because I also used to see some of the previous student success stories. Yeah,
That's
that helps.
that's
Yeah,
nice. Super, Guneet. Once again, thanks a lot for coming up here and good wishes for your success in future.
thank you so much. Yeah, thanks a lot for all the guidance and support.
Sure. Happy.
Really helpful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.